Hi, I'm Daniel, Rooflife of Oregon. Most likely that's because the original roofer or sider or gutter guy, typically roofer or sider, didn't install what's called a kick-out flashing. It's an interesting, simple thing that they could have done the day they installed it. So let's say you have a gutter, and this happens all the time over a homeowner's front door. So they've got this beautiful entry that comes down, they've got a gutter and then they have a wall that runs up, and then a roof above that. All that water runs down the side of that wall. It's supposed to go inside the gutter, then around, find a downspout and go out. Well, unfortunately, that water runs down that siding and the wall. Instead of getting into the gutter, it's actually going around the outside of the edge of that gutter, down that wall, right by your front door. You walk outside and you see this green streak, or you see rotted siding because it's getting behind the siding. And that's just from a piece of metal that's missing. That metal, again, is called a kick-out flashing. So as the shingles go down your roof and the wall, they're step flashing. It's a piece of metal that goes from the roof to the wall, and it goes for each course of roof. When you get to the very bottom, that last piece of metal should be a kick-out. It goes down and actually turns, and it turns that water into the gutter. They don't put them in, the water runs behind. So we get in there, we take that piece off, get a new one made, we put it up behind your siding, rotate it down into the gutter. Now the water runs down into the gutter, green slime trail is gone, stops the rot, stops the water from getting inside your wall. If it's a simple green streak because the water is actually going outside your siding, it's just unsightly. Eventually it's going to start growing other stuff on the side of your wall, so you're going to want to get it taken care of. If it is actually getting in behind the siding, that can cause a lot of damage, and you want to get on that right away. So if you're seeing the siding bulging, you're seeing the paint coming off from behind it, that's a pretty significant problem. For us to do it, it's not that hard. We'll do that with other parts while we're looking at your roof, but we do want to get in there, get those shingles taken off around that section, get that new kick-out flashing put in there, get the new shingles on there. Let's stop any damage that's going on up there. And this is something that can be done with an old roof. It doesn't have to be a new roof. It can be a 10, 15, 20-year-old roof. We can still install that and stop that problem. It's a simple thing. And builders, you know, the architects build these buildings. They hire the lowest, cheapest roofer they can find to put them on, and they put the roof on before the siding typically. And so that roofer knew there was going to be a gutter there, but they're cheaper contractors. They want to get it on, get out of there, let the siders come in and do their thing and move on to the next house. They know they're not going to be on the hook for any kind of warranty, so they just move on. You know, it would have taken that roofer 5 minutes to do it when it was installed. Now, doing it as maintenance takes a little bit more time, because now we have to take it apart, we have to reinstall it, and hopefully you don't have the damage on the inside. So why they don't do it? Cost, cheap, want to go fast, want to get out of there. Every home is different. You may have two homes that were built by the same builder, but they may just have a little bit of difference. They may be the exact same home. This roof, the roofer actually installed the kick-out. He knew what he was doing. But the other roofer that they used on this one didn't. So every roof is different. Every roof has its own little thing. So one home may be having this problem, the other home may not. And that's what we do. We climb up and look at all those different parts and pieces on the roof.